Theo Baker, what the f are you doing? Hey everyone, welcome to the Hair Transplant Mentor YouTube channel. My name is Joe Tillman, and this is hair transplant class number 19. And of course, if you don't know what a hair transplant mentor is, go to hairtransplantmentor.com to learn all about it. And in class number 19, we're going to be talking about social media influencers and the arrangements that they have with hair transplant clinics. More specifically, we're going to be talking about Theo Baker. Now, if you don't know who Theo Baker is, that's okay because I didn't know who he was either, but he is a UK-based vlogger, blogger, YouTube influencer that talks about football, otherwise known as soccer in North America. And he hangs out with his buddies and they, it's actually a fun channel. Theo made an announcement recently that he's going to be getting a hair transplant with a clinic in the UK, and of course, I looked into the clinic, and that's when I started hearing the alarms. Sorry, I know you don't like the alarms, but gotta do it. Now, why did I get those alarms? Well, it's really simple, and this is actually really serious. I'm seeing a lot of influencers online in YouTube and Instagram and what have you. They're entering into arrangements with hair transplant clinics to promote that hair transplant clinic through their own surgery. Now, is it free? Probably, but Theo Baker, more specifically, has mentioned that he signed on to be an ambassador for the clinic. And so when I looked at the clinic, I got some questions. Before I talk about this clinic, I'm not really going to be talking about the clinic, I'm just going to be talking about what they offer. As a clinic, I have no idea who they are, never heard of them before, and this isn't about them, it's about Leo maybe not knowing what he's getting himself into. Let's examine. All right, so there's Theo Baker. He signs for IHS to tackle his hair loss. That's cute. So, all right, standard website, hair loss in men, hair loss in women, hair loss treatments, about, testimonials, FAQs, blog, and contact. Nothing shocking here. Looks like they got four hair loss treatments and then more finance options. They really want you to finance this. Laser hair treatments, step-by-step step-by-step natural hair replacement, otherwise known as a wig. Nothing wrong with that. And hair transplants. Let's look at step-by-step natural hair replacement. The most natural, gradual, non-surgical hair replacement. Yeah, they're wigs. Now, we would expect there to be a mix, probably, of wigs, non-surgical, like, well, wigs are non-surgical, but lasers, maybe PRP, and hair transplant results. Let's check it out. Let's look at Marwin. Good-looking head of hair. Treatment, step-by-step procedure. Wig. Peter, wig. James, wig. Julia, laser. Kenneth, wig. Mark, wig. Richard, wig. Robert, wig. Rena, wig. Derek, wig. Patrick, wig. Luke, I know that's not a wig. Laser, yeah, that's not bad. Ed, wig. Jason, wig. That's a good one. David, wig. Victoria, I'm not sure. Step-by-step grafting. Wig. Mitchell, no, that's not a hair transplant. Wig. Kevin, I can see that's a wig. Imran, yeah, wig. Martin, Just make sure, yeah, wig. That's not bad. That's a good wig. Simon. I already know it's a wig. Yep, step by step. So I think it's important to check out the FAQ because I want to know who the surgeon is. FAQ, hair loss FAQs. What is the cost? Don't care. My hair loss problem is not so bad yet. Should I wait? Don't care. Is step-by-step or non-surgical graft another name for a transplant? No. Step-by-step is the addition of hair in a technique that gives the result of a full head of hair but does not require any surgery. There is no operation or chance of any side effects. Wig. Yeah, so nothing. Let's try about. Ooh. So there is no doctor listed with this organization. So I think it's pretty clear from this studio, like I can't even call it a clinic anymore. It's pretty clear that this studio doesn't actually perform hair transplant surgery. And this is the subject, the bigger subject of this video. When you're doing your research on YouTube or on Instagram or Facebook, you're going to eventually run into companies that don't actually perform hair transplant surgery, but instead they're just a referral service. When Leo goes to this place, they're going to send him someplace else, and that's what a lot of places, especially in the UK, are doing. They'll pull people in through their own marketing, and then they'll send that patient to whatever clinic that they just happen to be working with that week. So the problem with Leo and what he's doing here is he's not mentioned the doctor, the clinic doesn't mention the doctor, there's no doctor mentioned anywhere, and that's what you should be looking for. If you're doing your research for a hair transplant doctor, you should at least know who the hell the doctor is. Now you might be saying, well, I've found some websites that don't talk about the doctor, but they've got a bunch of results. That happens too. But the reality is, they'll contract with different doctors, but they oftentimes will move on to a different clinic, and you don't know any difference. So the results you see that might look pretty good might not be the doctor that they're contracted with at the time of your surgery. And if you don't know where the hell you're going for your hair transplant, how can you know if they're any good? And one final note, this is directly to Theo Baker. Hopefully you can see this. I don't want you to get messed up. I care about your hair transplant for two reasons. Number one, I don't like to see anyone get a bad hair transplant. But number two, I don't want you leading other people to potentially getting a bad hair transplant as well. This is happening way too often on YouTube and Instagram. Just say no. Don't get a hair transplant until you have fully investigated the clinic, the doctor, the results, what they're capable of, but more importantly, research what looks natural. And that's really important. Just ask Kyle Christie. And that's the end of hair transplant class number 19. It's a little bit faster, a little bit simpler, but it's an important subject for a lot of you that are basically just starting out with your research. And with that, if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button, ring the bell for more updates when they come out, and they are coming out soon. So thanks for watching. Peace!